if you have that mentality, if you were raised with that mentality, that as a Caucasian person, and you think that people of color are beneath you, and you're exploiting your position in law enforcement to abuse and to accost and to attack and to brutalize people of color, and you honestly think that there's something wrong, that we're beneath you, you probably amongst those who think that the world is still flat. So whatever. You don't have to like me. You don't have to love me. You don't have to be my friend. You don't have to do any of that. But you don't get to attack me. You don't get to kill me. You don't get to kill my kids. This has to stop. And any people of color that are in this country, any people of color, any people who are Caucasian, anybody who has the heart, who still has a sense of humanity in their heart, if you're a praying person, if you know God, if you love God, I implore you, get up off of your behind and say and do something. Say and do something. These government sanctioned murders, they're killing children. They're killing unarmed people. Do something. This isn't going to work unless everybody gets involved. Everybody has to work together to stop this. You know, oh, it doesn't affect me directly. It doesn't have to affect you directly. You know, you don't see the river where the water is coming from, that, or the reservoir where the water that you drink comes from. In general, you don't see that, but it's still there. Get involved. Get up off of your behind. How many of y'all can call? Press conference like at the drop of a dime? Use your power. Use your resources. There's too many of us running around who got to grab our own cameras and try to make something happen and risk getting arrested and thrown in jail to say something. Use your platform. Say something. Do something. Support this movement, because at the end of the day, if everybody wakes up to this foolishness, they're going to remember that you wasn't there. And I'm telling you, for real, people, to the masses, stop supporting institutions, companies, movements, candidates, politicians, public figures, television. I don't care what it is. Anybody who does not have the best interest of the people, and anybody who doesn't want to support, justice, and support that we're in a state of emergency, and that this is a slap in the face in America, you are embarrassing yourselves. You are embarrassing your citizens by not seriously handling this problem. It is 2016. Anybody who has any pull, who has any power, who's not on board with trying to alleviate and make some positive changes and fix this, you don't support them. I implore the masses. This is what, 350 million, 400 million people in this country, or something like that? I implore you, don't support any of these entities that won't support us, because they care more about their own interests than about yours. So it's like, if boogers sold, they'd sell them to you. It's not about doing what's best for you. It's not fair. This doesn't make sense. This does not make sense. It's 2016, and if I go onto Times Square, a couple of blocks from here, and I say what I'm saying right now, I will get arrested. It is 2016. We're supposed to be progressive, right? We're supposed to be the nation, the most advanced, the most forward thinking, right? And if I say some truth, if I sit in the middle of Times Square and pray too hard, I could literally get locked up. I've seen it happen. Laying down in the middle of the street in front of a precinct in protest. I've seen it happen. And this is, okay, land of the free, right? If I was a government official, if I was a governor or a mayor or whatever, I don't see why one of the government officials in Louisiana doesn't get up off their behind and go and personally arrest the idiots who, the criminals who murdered that man. I don't see why, the mayor didn't go and arrest the officer who killed Eric Gardner, the officers who choked him to death. I would personally, look, you the one signing their checks. They employed by the city. You running the city, or you run the country. If I was the president, the Obamas, I would be running up in there. I would be making arrests. What they gonna do? Tell you no? What they gonna do? Say no? Do something. Help us. If you mean it, help us.